Okay, let's get one thing straight. This next video is gonna be probably gonna get me in trouble. Probably gonna have people get their panties in a bunch. We're gonna be talking about why the Walt Disney Company has got to now change the Jungle Cruise because of a few people say it's discriminatory and depicting a bad rep on natives. First and foremost, I don't see the National Association of Headhunters file any petitions or say anything. I mean, I get it, things need to change, but ever since this BS about the racial thing and the stupid, it's the race car. That's all it is. I get it. I understand. But now you got to start messing around with attractions. You have to start messing around with rides. So we're gonna get into that. I mean, it's crap. It really is crap. I don't understand how a multi-trillion-dollar company gives into a few hand people and well, we got to change this, and well, because we got to stay at the times, and it's you guys did it with Splash Mountain. No one said anything until the whole outbreak of racial profiling and those beatings and stuff. I get it. I understand. I'm part Native American. I'm part Spanish. You don't see me getting all pissed off about how they depict things. It's a few handful of people that just have to start crap. You know, you did it with Looney Tunes. You screwed up Looney Tunes twice. You know, I was raised in a generation where watching Looney Tunes, you know the difference between reality and whatever. But now you take away Elmer Fudd's gun and give him a knife. Like, that's any better. You know, this whole thing about, you know, it's like Pirates of the Caribbean for the story. And I don't care what Disney tells you, what other cast members tell you. I was working at Disneyland as third shift custodial years before they made the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Years before they even decided to make the movie or write it. The real reason they changed Pirates of the Caribbean was because a group of preachers' wives, Mormons' wives, went on the ride and said it was sexist for women to be chased. That's the real reason. They changed that ride, planned on doing it. Instead of going to court and fight it, decided to back down like they always do. Just like they did Finding Nemo. The ride Finding Nemo. Before that is the submarine voyage. They took it out and changed it to Finding Nemo years after because a bunch of people got their panties in a bunch and said it was discriminatory for mermaids to have shells on their chest area, and it's depicting the wrong vision for boys, for mermaids. Get over it. It's an attraction. It's a ride. It depicts stories. We all know the real reason they're changing Splash Mountain is because all the crap that happened not that long ago. I get it. Some people have a problem with it. But seriously, you're gonna change rides? Let's go through and pick through every single ride and attraction at Disney while we're at it. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go through Tiki Room and say, oh, it's discriminatory and a wrong meaning towards South Pacific descent, or you gotta sit there and pick everything apart because a full hand of people, and you know who I'm talking about. It's the people that I gotta just, instead of worrying about real life, they gotta go and mess things up because they just can't get over it. I'm part Native American. My great grandmother was full Sioux Indian. My great grandfather was from Spain. He was a Spaniard. You don't see me getting all pissed off because of a bunch of stuff. I mean, Disney, you guys can like it, you can hate me, I don't care. It's time for people to start taking a stand against this. I'm going to start a petition to file where Disney cannot change any more rides because a few handful of people can't get over it. They can't. You know, you changed the submarine voyage years before you made Finding Nemo. You changed Splash Mountain after all this stuff. And you had all these years with things that happened years ago. You could have changed it, but it wasn't until all of a sudden now it's a big deal. You know, well, you can say, oh, you're discriminatory, you don't understand. I'm from a descent that were brutalized. Okay, you think it was any better for people brought over here and brought as slaves? No. You know, my ancestors were beaten and tortured. They were run off their land. But the funny thing about that is now payback is basically a bitch. You know, and the funny thing is my relatives, they own the Sioux and other tribes. They own the casinos, for crying out loud. That's how they get back at you. They get back at everyone else because you lose your money. In fact, you know, when you walk out of the casino, it actually makes a sound. It goes ha 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 ha. Yeah, I can say that. You know, this crap about Disney having to stay at times. You guys change all the rides because of a few handful of people, and it's crap. So I'm starting a petition to get the Jungle Cruise where it doesn't change. They don't change it because of one or two scenes. I mean, unless you've got a serious problem about it, and it's always the people that have a problem, a few handful of people that have got to change rides. In Disney, you're a multi-trillion-dollar company. I know how you guys work. I worked with you for years. You'll defend your company against a family member that I personally know that was injured on Star Tours because an irresponsible cast member didn't pay attention to the seatbelt issue. They just looked at the lights. They didn't check the seatbelts. And an oversized man was heavier than one of my relatives. And on that first drop before they changed Star Tours, he fell on top of this person, and now they have seizures for the rest of their life. You'll defend your company against an employee for their lack of intelligence and safety, but you won't defend a ride. You'll back down to people. It's ridiculous. What, they gotta sue you because it's discriminatory? Who's the one that said anything, really? There's been no filing saying they're gonna sue you guys or get a petition to sign it. You know, you do it because you save your own skin. You'll defend that, someone getting hurt, but you won't defend an attraction because, well, we don't want to piss off too many people. And I'm tired of it. You know, I like Disney just as much as anyone else, but this crap about changing stuff. And don't tell me it has to do with the times. Don't tell me, oh, it has to be updated for the new generation. You know what? My parents, I know lots of people that went to Disneyland before that had the same stuff when I grew up as a kid. But this crap about changing pirates years after the real truth, the stuff about changing Splash Mountain for the real truth, I know all your secrets. I still know everything. You know, you can guys get all mad and people can be pissed off, well, you're racist. No, I have plenty of friends that are different races. I have tons of friends that are racist. In fact, I have a friend that happens to be Indian, okay, not Native American. You know, we didn't play cowboys and Native Americans. It was cowboys and Indians. But you got to go and change that. You don't see me getting all mad, you know, when people say, well, you know, your race this. My race had nothing to do with it. You know, my heritage from Native Americans. We'll talk about slaughter. We'll talk about hard times. You don't see me. You don't see me getting all mad because of that. Do you see me getting all pissed off because of that? You know, it's ridiculous. Some people need to get their stick out of their rear end and grow up. It's dumb. It really is dumb. Like I said, I can have people, you can be all mad you want, say whatever. I have plenty of friends and relatives that are other descents, that are in other nationalities. But this crap, Disney, seriously, I know how your system works. I know how you have a bunch of attorneys where one group, if they lose, you have another group, they come in, if they lose. You guys have never lost a court case. You always settled out of court. Always settled out of court. And that's the problem. you backing down for a few handful of people. It's the same group that started this whole thing with Splash Mountain. I guarantee you. The handful of people that have a problem with it. I get it. But God, do you have to really change rides because of it and use some bullshit excuse? It's a bunch of crap. You guys know the real reason. Why don't you just say it? Oh, it's because we don't want to get sued. It's like you're going to lose anyway. It's stupid. And I'm sure everyone out there watching me, a lot of people agree. And if you don't, I'm sorry. But you're ruining stuff. You guys ruin Looney Tunes because, oh, it's depicting violence. Again, I grew up on it. My generation were on swing sets. So when you rocked back and forth on our swing set, the two legs would rock up off the ground. We used to play out at nighttime until the light streets came on. When your parents whistled down the street, you got your butt home. We used to ride bikes without helmets, or skateboards without helmets. Our generation was a lot reckless, but all of us survived. You know, it's stupid. So I'm gonna start a petition, and anyone out there, follow and like, subscribe it, comment on it, join me in this thing of fighting, of getting attractions changed because of few handful of people. Get the petition, sign the petition against Disney to change rides because of their reasons, or the real reasons. Make these people go to court. Make them sign petitions to go to court to change the rides. Lawfully. Not just because, oh, we're going to sue you and Disney's so afraid they don't want to look bad. I'm sorry, but if I didn't own that company, or I was the CEO or president, the board of directors, I'm not changing anything. I'm not going to change it because of a few people. They could say I'm discriminatory or racist. Sorry. Again, my descent, my ancestors were slaughtered. Okay? They were killed for land. You don't see me all mad at people that had to do anything with it. It happened. I get it. But you have to start messing with stuff that should be left alone. Like Snow White. They changed the Snow White ride because it's too scary. Snow White's Scary Adventures. We gotta make it happier. Who cares? It wasn't scary at all. That's the parents' responsibility, is to explain to the kids to be a parent, and that's the problem. Just like when they tried changing Cookie Monster years ago to the Carrot Monster. Oh, well, it shows Cookie Monster makes my kid fat. Then quit being lazy and go tell your kid, eat your food, eat your vegetables. That's what we were told to do. Can't blame your kid because he's fat, because he's lazy. Oh, well, Cookie Monster eats cookies. Do you notice? Does he ever eat cookies? He crumbles them in his mouth. Okay? It's stupid. Stupid. And it's like, when people try to sue McDonald's, oh, my kid's overweight because of your food. No, get off your fat, lazy butt. Okay? Get up and go make your kid food instead of taking McDonald's. Tell them to go out and exercise instead of sitting around doing nothing. That's what we had to do. We didn't get to play video games and stuff like people do now. We didn't have cell phones back then. We played outside. We played sports, we did all that stuff. Parents nowadays, they don't care. They're like, well, I'm gonna count to 10 and if you don't listen, no. If you did something wrong, you got your butt whooped. And you got your nose stuck in the corner until you couldn't stand. That's not abuse. That's punishment. You got yourself grounded. I'm glad my parents whooped my butt, because if I didn't, I'd be far worse off than anyone else. I learned. Like I said, join this petition, guys. We've got to stop this. This is ridiculous. You can be mad at me saying, well, whatever. You can say whatever you want. I really don't care. I really don't care. Someone needs to stand up to this. You're ruining rides, you're ruining shows. You're ruining a lot of stuff. You really are. You guys want to make your own park? Fine. Make your own cartoons? Fine. But there's a lot worse things out there than oh, well, we got to change a ride or a cartoon because it's too this, it's too that. I know you guys watch a lot worse. There's a lot worse stuff out there. You're not changing that. I don't see you doing that at all. I need someone out there, people to watch this and agree with me. I mean, even if you don't agree with me, certain things need to change. I get it because things going on. But you know what? Don't mess with rides. Don't mess with theme parks. Don't mess with cartoon shows. Don't mess with shows at all. Look at things that are serious problems. Not cartoons, not attractions, not rides. Look at the serious problems. Quit messing around with this stuff. Just, like I said, sign this petition. Fight this. This is ridiculous. It's getting out of hand now. You've now changed Pirates of the Caribbean. You changed the submarine voyage to Finding Nemo. This is before the movies came out. You changed Splash Mountain because of some ridiculous stuff that was somewhere else that no one had a problem until now, and then Disney's got to suck up to people. And now you're changing the Jungle Cruise. You're changing the Jungle Cruise. For what? Because somebody said it's wrong to Native American or to natives. They're headhunters. It's a story. Okay, there are real cannibals in other places. They're not going to sit there and be all nice and happy. Disney dumbed it down. I don't find it offensive, even if I was of native descent, that they're depicted. It's not going to ruffle my feathers. You don't see me going and starting an uprising because of it. I know a lot worse things. But do you have to really ruin stuff? You know, and like I said, there's a lot of people that can hate me. They can be, well, you're this. You know what? Again, coming from my descent, if anyone has anything bad to say about depictions and stuff, it should be me. But I don't. I get over it. That happened hundreds of years ago. It's over with. Don't blame, I had nothing to do with it. My descendants came from Spain and we're here as Native Americans, as Indians, okay? Indians, not Native Americans, Indians. The stories I know about the Sioux people and other tribes, what they went through. You don't see me getting all pissed off about that. Sign this petition. I'm tired of this. Someone's got to stick up for this. And enough's enough.